So the old wind there was promising to be quite good, but actually now we've got out here, it's kind of right on the nose. So we've got to go down past an island called Wexia or something like that, and then round the corner into the Gulf of Patras. So hopefully as we swing round a bit more, we've got to just clear the river delta where the river comes out and puts silt at quite a long way out. Got to clear that, and then we can turn around, and the more we turn, the more the wind will come into a useful direction, and it's meant to swing anyway, so hopefully have to swing round and come into our favour in the next few hours. But at the moment we're going to be burning a little bit of diesel. This is Intrepid Bear, a 40-foot sailboat off to explore the world with her crew Ian and Kate.
Come aboard and let's see what's out there.
It looks like we actually got a sailing angle there, so I think we will hop up the old sails. Wait, what was that? Let's take a look at that again. Unbeknown to us until we looked at the footage later, we had rudely awakened a poor little stowaway who had camped out in our rolled genoa. We were not too far from land, so hopefully he made it back safely. Yeah, that needs to come out a bit. So both sails are up, but there's a bit of a lull in the wind now. I'm going to keep the engine going for a little while because we've got both the electric cooking and water making going on. So I think I'll keep the power coming in from the engine for 10 minutes until dinner's ready, and then I'll switch it off and we'll sail at whatever speed we can sail at. So, pulled out Genoa, wing on wing, doing about 2.7 knots at the moment. You can't really see any wind showing, but there is wind. That wind indicator on the top of the mast has definitely got a bit stiff. Doesn't really show properly until about 5 or 6 knots. Just over an hour later and the wind had picked up nicely. So 4.8 knots downwind now, the wind's picked up. So we're looking at a place called Casso Vasiliki or something like that as an anchorage for tonight. But if we really start flying, you know, wind really picks up, we might go on beyond that. We'll be going past a place called Messalongi shortly, where our old boat Dark Island is currently moored, but we won't be going in there, but we'll wave as we go by. Yeah, that's it. Anything to add?
No, chilling, loving the sunshine sailing. It doesn't get much better than this.
And not wearing enough clothes to be filmed.
You have to learn to do pixelation.
I'm going to have to learn to blur things out, and I don't know how to do that yet, so I've got an idea. I'm sure I'd put a matte on and then a Gaussian blur and then track. Might be some waves coming in a moment. Super yacht's just gone skimming by at about 20 knots.
Let me know it's about to hit and I'll hold on to dinner.
So a little bit of rocking and roll in there, but not as bad as I expected actually. I thought they were going to be quite big waves and going to hit us right on the quarter, which would have been, a quartering sea is the worst for rocking and rolling, so it wasn't too bad. Dinner okay down there?
Yep. So those mountains behind us, river mountains, I don't know where a mountain begins and a hill ends, but we're moving on down along the Gulf of Patras, and there are two very big hills apparently, mountains along either side of this stretch of water. Anyway, it's quite impressive. It's been a really wide entrance. As we get further along, it get narrower and narrower, and the sides get higher and higher. So even though not the highest ones, they're pretty impressive from down here, and I'm looking forward to watching the landscape develop.
So we were going into a place called Vasiliki, that was it. But we've decided to push on because the wind's blowing quite strongly from the west at the moment. Yeah, from the west, pushing us to the east quite nicely. So now we've got the big Rion Bridge to go under, and we've got to call them when we're 5 miles off, which is another about an hour yet. Got the waypoint set on the bridge so we can tell exactly when we're 5 miles away from it. Rion traffic, the sailing vessel Intrepid Bear, channel 14, over.
Intrepid Bear, this is Rion traffic, good afternoon sir, go ahead, over.
Rion traffic, Intrepid Bear, good afternoon to you sir. We are 5 miles from the bridge, approaching from the west, requesting permission to go under the bridge in approximately 1 hour, over.
Intrepid Bear, this is Rion traffic, understood sir. Tell me please what is the height of your mast?
Rion traffic, Intrepid Bear, our mast is 20 meters tall.
Okay sir, understood. Keep your course to north navigation channel please. North side of the bridge, keeping 1 pylon on your port, 3 pylons on your starboard. 1 mile before the bridge, call us again.
1 mile from the bridge, we'll call you again. Many thanks, standing by.
North side, 1 to port and 3 to starboard.
North side, that's that side, isn't it?
Yeah.
1 to my port, 3 to my starboard. 1 to my port, 3 to my starboard. So the wind's gone much more onto our beam now, so we've taken the genoa off of the pole on the starboard side and let it go out onto the port side, so we're now sailing broad reach without the pole, although the pole's still up in case we need it. There's a few lumps on the water now, and we've slowed down to about 3.7 knots from 4.5. I'm pretty certain there's a current against us. The way the water's chopping up and the fact that our speed's dropped even though the wind hasn't suggests to me there's a current running through here. The book said that the current runs generally in the direction of the wind, but it's definitely not going the way the wind's going tonight, and there's definitely a current because you can tell by the way the water's all chopping up. The Rion Bridge, opened in 2004, is the longest fully suspended bridge in the world at 2.3 kilometers long. It is considered an engineering masterpiece for other reasons as well. Not least of these is the depth of water that it is built in, which is up to 65 meters deep. The bridge is suspended from 4 pylons, and it is these pylons that the traffic control refer to on the radio. As we approached from the west, we were told north side with 1 pylon to port and 3 to starboard. So we're now at 1 mile from the bridge, so we'll give them a shout again as they asked us to. Rion traffic, sailing vessel Intrepid Bear, channel 14 over.
Intrepid Bear, you are cleared to proceed from the north side. North side of the bridge. Have a nice trip, sir.
Rion traffic, Intrepid Bear, clearance received. Many thanks, standing by, listening 14. So getting up the bridge, we've only got 3 knots now. I'm trying not to motor because this would be the first time I've ever sailed under a bridge, which is, it's not really a big deal. I don't need to do it in my life, but just would be quite nice. So we're trying to sail under the bridge.
It'll never fit. It fits. Thank God. And we're through. Woohoo!
The height of Intrepid Bear's mast is 18 metres. The vertical clearance under this bridge at this point is 25 metres. That means there's 7 metres above the top of the mast, but it never looks like that from deck level. So we did it, we sailed under a bridge. So last of the daylight now, it is 5 to 9 in the evening. We've got about an hour to go, hour and a bit, 4.4 miles, we're doing 3-4 knots. Although the wind's picked up again actually, it's scooting us along quite nicely. What we've got, 4.2 knots. Bimbling along, and then we'll anchor down probably about 10:30, chill out, watch telly, and have a couple of days in Nafpaktos. Well, I don't think you can see me. It's getting really dark now. Motor in the last bit, only about half an hour ago. We're going to drop the anchor in Nafpaktos. It's quite nice actually dropping the anchor at night and then seeing what the place looks like in the morning. And I will see you in the morning. So this is Nafpaktos, very quaint little harbour, almost a semicircular harbour with fortifications all around it, and a quaint little town. And there's the castle up on the hill, which I've done some drone footage of. We're going to go up and explore that castle. So yeah, but it's really impressive, this little harbour. There is a strip beyond here, which is all almost Benidorm like, bars and just a strip of touristy things, but this old town bit, that's really nice. So, we're a bit late getting going this morning because we were a bit tired, but that means we're out in 10:30 and it's getting really hot now, and we are faced with these big steps. a very limited exploration of the fort because it's just so damn hot. So let's have a quick look around the lower levels. There is more up there, but we kind of left it too late and it's midday sun now, which is pretty intense. So we're heading back down to cool down.
So a very quick visit to Nafpaktos brings this episode to a close. Thank you so much for watching, and please join us next time as we tack our way along the Gulf of Corinth towards the canal.